Hello, my friends! Welcome to CJ Reads Books. I'm CJ, and today we are going to talk about Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith. I didn't enjoy this book at all. I thought with the zombies it would be better, just a little bit, but it did not improve the situation anymore. It was just the way that it was written. I guess it threw me off a lot to the point where I couldn't even focus on reading the book and enjoying the book because the writing threw me off so much. So that being said, let's get into it. So at first glance, you're like, oh, cool. There's a book about Pride and Prejudice and its zombies. I did not read this book through high school. I don't think it was part of the curriculum that my teacher wanted us to read. She was more into Shakespeare. So we got into all that. I did not read the regular Pride and Prejudice in high school. So this book is labeled as fiction, fantasy, horror, adventurous, dark, funny, medium pace. I did not see any of that in there. I didn't like any of the characters. I thought the ping-ponging back and forth between the affections between Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy was random. Of course, we've all watched the movie with Keira Knightley and that dude, and I think she portrays her affection for him very well in that. I'm not sure how else to express that. But I never read Pride and Prejudice at school, so this was a brand new concept for me, plus the zombies. So I think that's what threw me off with it, because it was this and more. The period setting is it's weird to me. I don't enjoy it at all. Like, I don't like that whole, like, you know, men rule the world kind of thing. Thou art kind of thing. That it's against, like, I don't know. My brain just doesn't process that well, I guess. It's a romance story, and it ping pongs their affections back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's just really confusing. I don't like romance in the beginning. I just recently started reading romance, middle of last year. It's still a new concept to me, and I don't get it. I don't understand at all. But I do love how the mention of zombies is so casual. It's like, yeah, Mr. Darcy was doing this, and oh, he sheathed his sword and just took his wrath upon a couple of unmentionables, is what they're called, but zombies. I would hate to date in a world of zombies. This just makes me confirm that because it's too much. Gotta worry about wooing the other person, and all of a sudden, three zombies come and attack your house. His personality is so interesting. It reads as autistic. The way that he shows his affection, and likes her and stuff like that, the way he does stuff for her, but like doesn't, acknowledge the fact that he likes her or whatever. I wrote WTF a lot in my notes. And it was a hard read to get through. This was my first book of 2025, and I regret that. But I also don't regret it being my first book because now I get to read something better and something more awesome. So that excites me a little bit. My ninjas will show you no mercy. That was in the book. Yeah, they talk about ninjas and dojo and karate master and all that stuff. It is so confusing. I think it was because of the mix of the period piece and the zombies. I think one or the other may have been okay, which is why, after a little bit of time, so there is a prequel and there is a sequel to the zombie version. I'm going to read both of those. And after I read both of those, I'm going to read the original Pride and Prejudice. That way, enough time will have lapsed, and it will not cloud my judgment very much, and I'll be able to look at it in a brand new kind of slate. And then after that, I'll create a video with all the books in it, and that way I can give you my spoiler-free opinion about how I feel about the whole freaking series. I gave this book a 2 out of 5 just because I just couldn't get into it. It was so hard for me to grasp. It was so hard for me to acknowledge what the book was about. And even after, I just wanted to get it over with. If you want me to keep doing these book reviews, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that fun stuff. Down below in the description is a link to my Discord. If you join, it will be you and I having an awesome party. Still working on it, still working on getting stuff for it, but I plan on doing book of the month, and then book reviews, and all that good stuff. Y'all, thank you for joining in with me on this adventure and on this book review, and hopefully I'll see you again on here for the next one. Okay, bye.